How you doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be appropriate stress management. Appropriate stress management. Now, I'm going to preface this video by saying I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist. I'm merely telling you some healthy ways to go about doing things in your daily living, things that I found that was better to better your attitude, better cope with the day-to-day things that happen in life. Appropriate stress management. So whatever your doctor or psychiatrist, whoever you're talking to, the licensed professional, whatever they're doing, you do what they're advising you to do. This is just something that I'm adding on to whatever you may be going through. I wrote about this in my book, and I've kind of alluded to it in some of my other videos. Make a list. Make a list of whatever's going on in your life now. Whatever may be stressing you out, put on one side of the list things that you control. Put on the other side of the list things you don't control. And then prioritize on the things that you have that are in your control. Prioritize on what you're able to do for today, what you're able to plan for in the future, and overcoming those problems. Giving you, to kind of put this in a practical application, to give you a real life example. I remember it's more than one time. This is normally how I do when I'm taking my vehicle in. When I would take my vehicle in to get repairs, it was nothing to have, a list of repairs that would need to be done. Typical things that would need to, be done maintenance-wise. That was, just going to happen. And then there may be some things where it was some issues that were going on with the vehicle. And one of the things that I always ask the mechanic to do is, I would say, okay, could you give me a list? Because I can't afford all that right now. I don't have a way of hands for all that right now. Could you let me know on what's important, what's geared towards safety that I need to do now? Because I got me and my family riding in the vehicle. So, we have to be safe. Let me know on what we're doing there and what we can wait on. And, I gotten into a routine of doing this with my mechanic to where it was nothing for him to come to me and say, hey, this is not an issue. This may not even cause you an issue down the road, but just letting you know this is what's going on. These other things, these are kind of a concern. You may want to do these now if you can. So taking that approach, like I said, with stressors, things that are stressing you in your life. I've even had to do this just recently because the way that things add up and the way things stress you out, normally, you may have a big situation that arises to you and may stress you out, but normally what happens is when you have stress that, compounds and it kind of like sneaks up on you and you don't even realize that you're stressed, you have one thing that happens and you're like, okay, no biggie. And you're rolling along, then something else happens. You're like, okay, no biggie. You go ahead and you handle that, and something else comes along. Before you know it, you're feeling antsy. You're feeling like, man, I'm really feeling wound up. I'm just feeling, eager. I'm feeling, a better word to say on how I'm feeling is I'm feeling stressed out. I feel stressed because of the things that's going on. Then you kind of look back and you evaluate through what's happened. In the past few weeks, past few months, you're like, okay, well, I had this situation that came up, this situation that came up, this situation that came up. But one of the things that we talk about on this channel is taking an accurate self-analysis of yourself so you can evaluate these things in your life. Evaluate these people in your life. Do you have stressful people in your life? Because you have stressful people bring stressful situations. And I've already said in other videos, you're already going to have your own stressful situations coming up. Not to mention if you're in a household with a mate and then children, everybody has their own issues. So it's enough to be dealing with that up off in the household. And then, if you go into work, then you have, stresses from that. So it can be, a multitude of things going on. But what you have to do is you have to prioritize on what things are in your control. And then what I would do is I would even break it down for today. Okay, what can I do about the things that are in my control today? Make a list. Okay, what can I do today that's realistic? So I can place these things in the appropriate categories that I need to place them in so I'm not so stressed out That's how you manage your stresses. Some of the things, I guarantee you, if you make a list on things that you should worry about, things that are in your control, things that are out of your control, I guarantee you it'll be some things that you can take off that list. Not only will they not be in your control, they probably won't even pertain to you. Effective stress management. Again, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. These are just some of the things that I found that helped me out. And I think they could be an aid to whatever other methods that, you're doing. I think it's something healthy that you're able to wrap your head around and just, begin to better prioritize things in your life. I just wanted to share this with you today. It's my 2 cents on it.